It's all systems go ahead of the start tomorrow of the Tokyo Olympics torch relay. It begins in Fukushima as a nod to the region's recovery 10 years after the earthquake and nuclear disaster. Michio Ishida has more.
A little bar in Iwaki's hot spring resort of Yumoto is abuzz with excitement on the eve of the starting ceremony for the Olympic torch relay. Izumi Koyama is going to be part of the relay, which will involve some 10,000 runners taking the torch across Japan's 47 prefectures.
聖火リレーの、いわきの、スタートの出発式ですねのセレモニーに、フラオカミで踊ります。ちょうど震災10年目っていうこともあるので、私たちが元気でやってるっていう姿、世界の人に見ていただければいいなというふうに思ってます。
Twice a month for the last few years, Izumi, together with other proprietresses of the local hot spring resort, received lessons from a veteran Hawaiian hula dancer. It was initially a part of their efforts to revive the region's struggling tourism industry. Oh, it's piping hot. Well, this hot spring is said to have been founded 1,000 years ago. And this area called Yumoto has been attracting a lot of tourists after railway lines were completed and roads completed. However, since the triple disaster in Fukushima, the area has not seen many tourists. In the early days, the inns became home to nuclear power plants workers following the nuclear meltdowns. Then they explored ways to attract tourists. That's when they started doing the Hawaiian hula. But the road to recovery hasn't been smooth.
少しずつ光が見えてきたなと思ったところでまたコロナになってしまったので本当にねとても厳しいまたそこで初めに振り出されたような気分ではおりますが
The Koyamas folded their inn business before the pandemic and started to run this bar last year. Business has constantly been disrupted by COVID-19 restrictions. Izumi felt depressed, but dancing the Hawaiian hula and the Olympic fever arriving in Fukushima have lifted her spirit. And her husband is supportive of her Olympic torch relay involvement.
本人も楽しくやってるようですし、地域のことにもなるの、ためにもなるのでいいんではないかと思いますけど。
The start of the relay will be subject to strict COVID-19 measures to prevent the forming of crowds. But it didn't stop the dancing proprietresses of Iwaki from making sure that they deliver an impeccable performance. Picking Fukushima as the starting point, organizers want to highlight the Reconstruction Olympics theme after Japan's nearly $300 billion effort to revive the region. Michio Ishida, CNA, Fukushima.